is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Chicken Bone Alley, brought to you by SRI Performance, stock car, steel, and aluminum, Earl Ramey Racing Engines, and Profab headers and exhausts. What's going on? I'm David.
I'm Connor.
What's up, man?
Not a whole lot. Trying to get some stuff ready, do some of the off-season, TLC needed for all these race cars.
It's getting cold outside.
Yeah,
I know that.
Last week it felt like it was like 65 every day. It was
Even
crazy.
Saturday
Yeah.
was like really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in usual fashion, it went cold real quick.
Yeah, well, I think this cold weather's got our equipment going crazy, Connor. We lose sound, we lose video, we're losing everything here. So maybe it's back. I don't know. Who knows? So that's cool. Week before Christmas, or week before you get out for Christmas.
This is probably always easy time right before exams. They're not covering any new material, so you just kind of reviewing a little bit and just get ready for midterms. So knock a couple of those out, and then we'll be good. Nothing too hard, I don't believe.
Good. That's real good. I know, like Landon. Well, he ended up being sick some last week, and so they were doing all exam reviews and stuff like that, or preview, I guess you say, more or less, reviewing for exam. What's going on, guys? I know our sound might be a little off tonight, but we working on it. We getting it straight. It's just going to have to work for tonight. Everybody, Derek, what's up, buddy? Everybody talking to us there on the Facebook. If you're listening on the podcast here, you can always join us on our live. We try to do it on Facebook. Typically, YouTube also, waiting on our other computer, go to the shop and back so we can get it back up and going. But anyway, but what I was saying was, they had exam reviews, so they got exams and all going on this week and end of semester stuff. And I know y'all in school can, it can be a hectic time of year, but how many classes you got? How many classes you say you got?
5 classes, 4 school, two online, so I guess 6 total.
I got you.
But,
I got you.
Yep.
And the online stuff, that's your college.
That's dual credit.
Dual credit stuff. That's
like
right.
That, yeah.
How's that go?
We really haven't been doing those since both of the classes I took were 12-week classes, so they've been over for
really
for a long time. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So I'll start off a new round of those in January, and then I'll be.
Are they 12-week?
I think those are 8-week classes.
8-week
I'll be done.
classes.
Yeah.
You'll be done before you even know the quarter.
Oh yeah. So,
That'd be nice.
Yeah,
that's cool.
It's a lot packed in 8 weeks, but once you get done, it's.
What did you take this as far as your dual credit stuff? What was it?
English 101 and political science.
Oh, okay.
And then I take macroeconomics and English 102.
Ooh.
This round.
So when you get out of that, your dual credit stuff, will you have will that basically be a year of college under your belt almost?
Mostly.
Yeah.
I haven't looked a lot to see how much it'll shave off, but I mean, I've over this year and last I've done 6 or 7 classes, so it shaved a lot off.
Nice.
A
you
good
did
chunk
some
off.
last year too.
Yeah,
Nice.
I did 2 maths last year. So I did a whole lot last year, but pretty well done with math.
Overachiever over here. I wish I'd have done all that in school. Well, the problem is they did. Maybe I would have. I don't know, but they didn't offer it.
Yeah.
When I was there.
Oh, it's still relatively new.
Yeah. They were already talking about with Landon. He's a freshman this year, and they were talking about with him, going ahead and getting prepared for what you want to go. I'm like, what freshman knows what they want to do? I said, as far as that matter, not many seniors really know what they want to do in life, huh? But is what it is. Is what it is. So, anyway, couple of exciting things, I guess, happened. One, I want to let y'all know. We'll be on here probably next week. We should be. But after that, we're going to take a week off for Christmas, take a week off for New Year's, and then we'll be back after the New Year's bash at Dillon. We'll have plenty to cover there. So that'll be good. But I don't know exactly when yet. sometime right soon after the first year, we'll probably have a new setting over there.
Studio.
Hopefully so.
Yeah.
Cross our fingers. So we in the new race shop over there. That's why this one's got stuff all everywhere. You see toolboxes moving. We got to move all that over to the other shop. We got most of the insulation in. My dad worked on the majority of it. Got insulation done on it. And so then we're gonna start on the new set, I guess we'll call it over there, and it's gonna look a little more. We're probably not gonna have cars in the background, which I kind of like.
Yeah,
We
can.
But we'll have
pieces.
Yeah, we're gonna have.
It'll
we'll
be
have
a
cool
racy
stuff.
background.
It'll be probably a little more professional looking, but also still very race looking. So, I've thought about, kind of having a spot in there. If people want to send something, we'll kind of rotate out some pieces to hang up, whether it be a T-shirt of somebody's or a small piece of a door or number or something like that, and we'll kind of rotate it out if some guys want to do some stuff like that.
I think my iconic door is getting retired here soon, so
Dude, that door,
that is an awesome piece.
I think I think you need to just take it around to everybody that has left stuff and just let everybody sign
leave
it.
it at these people's trailers that love to hit it so much. But
well, it got tore up at your own trailer one time.
Everybody just come by. I'm just gonna let everybody come by and hit it one last time. I think line up on pit road and everybody come by.
Give it a good swift kick.
But it's aggravating, but it looks cool now. It's got 4 different colors and everything on it. But
that's the funny part. You can tell only being the door.
Oh yeah,
I mean it's all just the door.
The door. It's some of the rear quarters. A
little bit, but majority just right in the door.
Oh yeah, it's taking a beating.
That's been a good door.
It's a bent up door now.
It is a bent up door, but that's been a good one. So we might have to cut them out and hang it up. I hang my one race old 13 door up back there. That's bad. Well, it was on the car before that, but I had one race on that door, y'all. And that happened about lap, I don't know what, 6.
It's hard to believe that it feels so long ago, but that you raced that car, this year. It feels like it's so far removed.
You ain't telling me nothing. I'm ready to get back in it. Oh, yeah. I know that for sure. But yeah, PRI went on this past weekend. I saw a bunch of people doing a bunch of cool things out there. And so it was a lot of, there's always news comes out of PRI. I think probably one of the bigger pieces of news came out of PRI. Lucas Oil late model schedule, not just the schedule, but they decided to change from a 1-race deal to decide the champion to a 4-race
I did see that
deal to decide the champion.
That's what I've been campaigning for NASCAR to do.
Yeah.
Because I think
4 drivers, 4 races. I like it.
Yeah, and that's the way.
If you want to
do the knockout style
right
playoffs, yeah, definitely more than 1 race championship.
I personally think I would have done 5 races, 5 drivers.
I guess,
just good top 5.
Yeah,
I mean 4's all right, but
I guess you don't want to make half the seasons at the championship.
No.
They race so much, though,
or even 5 races. 4 races and 5 drivers. I just would have. I don't know, something about it good.
Yeah,
round 5, top 5. Top 5 is always good for me. Anyway, I don't know why. I guess top 4 is good for people.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. Really, you only worried about first. But it was so funny because they have the awards there also, and Ricky Thornton Jr. just racked up every award except the championship.
Yeah,
it's like, man, that stinks for him.
Oh yeah, you feel like the champion's kind of delegitimized.
It was very diluted. I like Hudson O'Neal. I like Hudson a lot, and he's good driver, super good driver. He's a nice guy. Met him a few times. He's super nice, but I just don't feel like he's the champion.
Nope.
It's just not what I see right now. So I don't know. I think that was some good news to come out of PRI. Everything else, another big thing. We don't cover much sprint car stuff on here at all. But I saw the high limit scheduled at Brad Sweet and Kyle Larson on. It came out. And there's a ton of big money in there. Well, but they also came out with they're going to have franchises / charters.
Yeah.
10 of them, I think, is what I saw.
I guess it's kind of like the Tour and 12.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. What do you?
I don't know. I feel like it's the Tour and 12 is more just a commitment to race every race. Kind of what I felt like, but I don't know. I haven't paid as much attention to dirt as I should, but it's kind of weird to see all this stuff in short track racing now. I mean, a charter system. I mean,
well, it is, but I guess
dirt,
I can understand
there's a lot more not making the feature in dirt.
There is. There's a ton more not making the feature, but I guess when they're going, because they've announced some big money in that series, which is really cool. I mean, because it's not like NASCAR where only select people can get in there. If we would decide to go buy a 410 sprint car, we could go run it. I mean, and I ain't saying we'd be competitive, but you know what I mean. So I guess to some extent, it's I don't know, them guys, when you talking money like that, them guys kind of want a guarantee.
Yeah.
And I get it, but at the same time, it's racing. I don't like guarantees in racing, personally.
Yeah.
Personally. I liked it in NASCAR when it didn't matter who was in the field, you were liable to get kicked out of, in qualifying.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I guess when you're trying to build a series, you kind of need...
You want to make sure you have these teams there.
Well, you got
the big teams.
Because I saw Casey Kane's going over there. There was... I don't know, a few more big names from sprint car stuff going over there. So, it's cool for them.
Yeah.
Cool for Kyle Larson, Brad Sweet, buying the series from Tony Stewart, and now making it even bigger. Tilly time, what's going on, buddy? So I don't know. So we'll see. Always cool products come out there. I saw some cool stuff from a lot of cool.
A bunch of pictures.
Our good friends at SRI Performance, they were all out there. Profab hitters. Andrew Garris, he was out there. I saw just all kind of stuff. We got to get out there to that show one day. I keep saying I'm gonna go. It's just so hard when you work and have school and stuff like that to make the commitment to go out there. But I want to go. I'm gonna go sometime. But we on Saturday night, instead of being there, we were down at the Action Motorsports garage. Headquarters. Yeah. Mr. Dennis Brown had us down there. Had all his racing buddies and some other friends down there, and had I guess an oyster roast and had some barbecue and prime rib and all kind of good stuff. Did you get any oysters?
No,
no oysters.
I did that stuff last year.
They couldn't talk you into it again, eh?
No, I don't have any desire to ever put oyster back in my mouth.
Just not the oyster fan.
Just not at all.
I don't really blame you. I'm not a huge oyster fan either. I can do them fried. I can eat them. I can. I'm just not a huge fan.
Eat them.
But that barbecue and that prime rib was on time.
Oh, it was good.
That was real good
for sure.
It was quite funny. They gave Dennis a shirt. I think Lizzie and them had it made, but they had it from everybody. They like to pick on Dennis a lot. he takes it well most of the time. Nah, he took it very well. They kind of pick on him and give him some little prank gifts and stuff. But in all actuality, we really do. We appreciate him, and I appreciate him for letting me drive the 12 car this past year. We didn't have too great finishes in it. We worked and worked and worked and worked and worked on it, but regardless, I was out there racing. So, bad day racing, I guess,
that's what they say. Beats a good day.
Beats a good day at work. So, I guess
well,
depends how bad a day of racing. But
you made a trade.
I did. Made a trade down there. Took 12 car back. Our buddy Rafe Judd, the car he drove last year, number 34 car that he had, a coupe. Decided we're going to buy it. So we brought it back with us. So that is, as far as everything goes right now, we'll be running that at the New Year's Bash. That will be our car for 2024, I guess. So I got to get it. We're probably going to end up running it kind of with the paint jobs on it for the Bash right now, since we only got a few weeks. Probably going to paint it.
Yeah,
do something with
Got
it.
any ideas what you're gonna do?
I do. Let me show you, Connor. This is gonna be really, really different. I can kind of explain it on here, but you have to see it to. Now, what it's on is hideous, but thinking going those colors.
Yeah, that'd be a good scheme.
It'd be different.
Yeah,
Be different. If y'all want to see,
I've seen that somewhere.
If y'all want to see, I think we're going to do kind of a copper and a teal. If you can see it. The truck is hideous that it goes. That it's on. But it's going to be a very different look.
Oh, yeah.
I guess we'll say. I've seen some too, just not on too many race cars.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try it out.
Yep.
Try it out, see how it goes.
For our little point system we want to try there.
Yep, they brought up a I think we're gonna try out a little points deal with our group. We call her if y'all have heard it before, the Low Country Legends. We got, I don't know how many of us, there's about
10 at least.
Yeah, 10, 12, something like that, of us around here that race together and kind of hang out and share notes a little bit, I guess, and have fun, and so we're going to try a little point system kind of among ourselves this coming year. It sounds like I think Barry and then we're kind of heading that up and seeing how that wants to function.
Yeah,
I guess Connor got put into some social media duties.
Yeah, I don't know. We it kind of left inconclusive, but
it did. But we got Jeremiah that's going to be coming on, starting racing next year. He's going to be in there. I think Jimmy will be back. Jimmy didn't race at all this year, did he?
I believe so.
Or was it the Icebreaker? Which one?
I think the Bash.
Or was that 400?
Got tore up in.
Yeah, that's right. He got tore up at the Bash. And so he didn't race much this year. One race, I guess. So he'll be back. Yeah, so you never know. Might throw somebody into the old 13 car here. It's always a possibility.
Throw me in it.
Get in. Get in. Anytime you want. But you've been running good with that car, man.
Yeah, we do our best with it.
You've outdone most of us.
Everybody's getting MTs now.
Them MTs are fast, I think. I don't know. What's your thought on it compared to the FZ from what you've seen?
Well, I've never raced against them a lot.
Yeah.
The few times I have has been in a race where there's a bunch of cars and nobody, it's all just on top of each other. Nobody,
right.
So I don't know. I've seen them out in the open one day. I feel like they're going to be pretty tough though.
They're supposed to have, from what I gather, and don't quote me on this because I don't really know, but I think it's like 3 to 5 foot-pounds of torque more. Supposedly the horsepower, like 1 or 2 more horsepower. So it's not much, but
It's enough to make you have to upgrade.
well, you got to figure that, torque to weight ratio and also the torque or horsepower to weight ratio, and 1 or 2 is a lot bigger in a legend car than it is in a full size car.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They who knows? Who knows?
See.
We will definitely see. Definitely see. But real quick, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and get out of the way. Want to thank our good friends over at SRI Performance. Like I said, they had a awesome booth out at come on, Andy. Jump in. Andy said he wants to drive the old 13. Come on. Want to thank our friends at SRI Performance. They had a awesome looking booth out at PRI as always. Really good looking stuff. But guys, their quality is just as good as that always is. So y'all head over to SRI Performance. Go online, www.sriperformance.com. Load up that cart. Put in promo code CBONE10. That's C as in
chicken.
BONE10, and get yourself 10% off there at time of checkout. Same deal over at Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, guys. I know you guys, especially on dirt, have beat up some stuff this year because that's just what happens. So go get all your painted aluminum sheets that you can stand and just all that you need. Load up for next year over at Stock Car Steel and Aluminum. Tell them we sent you over there. They're super nice guys. They know all their stuff. Any kind of specialty materials you also need, go ahead and hit them up for that also. You never know what all you need. Also, Earl Ramey Racing Engines. Guys, you need horsepower, head over to Earl Ramey Racing Engines. He'll hook you up. They really thrive on their bread and butter, which is a crate motor package over there. Earl's one of the best crate motor builders around. There's not many places that you can get horsepower out of a crate motor. And Earl probably knows more than anybody of how to get the power that you need out of a crate motor. So y'all head over to Earl Ramey Racing Engines, but not only crate motors. You got any kind of open motor, any kind of supers, steel blocks, whatever you're looking for. Take yours over to him for a fresh rebuild right here in the off season. And he can hook you up. Also, Profab headers and exhaust, guys. Some of the best looking stuff out there. Not only good looking, but best performing. Profab headers and exhaust. They are quality that wins. And that is their slogan because it is very true. When you look out in the Cars Tour, when you look at even all the way up to NASCAR, anywhere in between, Profab headers are on all the winners all the time. So head over to Profab headers and exhaust. Pick yourself up a set of good old headers today. All right. So had a limited late model race this past weekend.
Is that what it was under? It
What?
it was limited?
That was considered a limited late model race.
Oh, yeah, I did hear a lot of people were unhappy. Or some teams were unhappy about the quality of cars that showed up.
And that was at Carteret County. Yeah, I always get Carteret and Caraway mixed up for some reason. I guess easily. But yes, there was some unhappy. I was reading some stuff on Facebook just to throw it out there. Not that I have any dog in that fight. Basically, they were unhappy with the what is now considered a limited late model. It was basically because there was a lot of guys just coming down from late model stock that typically run late model stock and ran their car as a limited late model. From what I gathered, I don't know. I did not look at the rules. So if anybody has any knowledge of the rules, please let me know, and we can talk about it or whatever. But from what I gathered, from what I was reading online, essentially the rule difference was carburetor.
So That's about all it is, really.
Yeah.
Now, anywhere.
Yeah. So, what do you think? Being somebody that has ran Charger, and y'all have what's considered a limited late model, what do you think needs to start differentiating? Because we've dealt with this at tracks, or do we think there needs to be something to differentiate a late model stock, a limited late model, a Charger / Challenger,
Yeah, I think,
or a Dillon late model, or
yeah, I mean the classes are definitely blending together now more than they have. I don't know. I guess you just have to really make some rules to where they have to change their car enough that they don't want to drop down. You know, maybe shocks or whatever. But I mean, I don't know if they're carved from the rules. I mean, there's nothing you can really do. But obviously, if there's small enough change where a bunch of teams will drop down easily, that's kind of creates a problem for the true limited or true charge class, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's like me and your dad were talking the other night. I was like, yeah, I said, the limited and the Charger, or Challenger, whatever you want to call them. A lot of times they say, oh, you got to be in a car that's this old.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that, and that's nice, but I know many people that's got a center section.
Well, you can have an old center section. And
let's take an example, Landon Huffman. Now, and I'm not talking jump body by no means. I think it's really cool. He's got in one of his late model stock cars that at won races at Hickory. I think the center section was like a 96 or 94, 96, but it's got brand new front and rear clip.
You can't really outrun,
That's what I'm saying.
You got to have some update to it.
Right. But I mean, so that's what I'm saying is putting brand new front and rear clips on a car. Is that kind of out of the spirit of the rule? Or, if it were, because I'll say like our Challenger class at Dillon, car by the rule, a car is supposed to be X amount of years old. I'm not sure exactly what it is. Okay, my car can be that old, but I can take it to Hedgecott right now or PRW or wherever, and put a 2024 front clip on it. And if I want to rear clip, it's still in the rules, but it's essentially, other than the roll cage, a brand new car.
Yeah. A center section ain't going to determine a whole lot, really.
No, no, not at all.
So I don't know.
So that's what I'm asking is more or less, how do we? What rules do you think, or what? Obviously we're not super tech guys by no means. We know a little bit about, but what rules do we think needs to be in place to put these, to differentiate, I guess we say. Because my thing is, it's not that I care about somebody being in two classes. It's really not that. I just feel like as a class as a whole, a limited late model shouldn't be just as fast as late model stock.
Yeah.
I feel like around here, I feel like late model stock is our pinnacle. That's our super late models here. I mean, we don't see many super late models here, so that is our super late model. So a late model stock should be the fastest class we have on the track. A limited late model needs to be slower, and I don't mean 2/10 slower. I mean, this should be a second slower car, in my opinion, or close to it anyway.
Well, there's more and more cars. You can see them on the racetrack. You have no idea what class they're. Usually you can look at and tell just by.
There's some street stock cars out there.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, that's a late model, ain't it? I was like, no, that's street stock.
Yeah.
Why does it have that body on there?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, body's only skin deep, obviously, but I mean,
Exactly.
it does show kind of the general age of the car. It used to be I could spot a Charger, and now I'm like, I don't know. Is that what size carburetor?
Yeah.
You could run either class. It looked like, but
Yep.
I don't know if there is a magic solution other than just tracks have to just say we have the right to say your car is too new to run in this class.
Yeah. I feel like at the first of the year, you should present a car. Like, say I take my car over there to, let's say, Dillon. Just use Dillon, for example. I feel like I should take my car over there, put it there, and say, this is a Challenger car for 2024. That car, in particular, that's the only class it should be able to run in 2024.
Well, it shouldn't be. If it's a true Challenger car, you shouldn't. I mean, it really shouldn't be a consistent late model.
No, it shouldn't.
You know,
it shouldn't.
By nature of classes,
it should not. You're right. In my opinion, now, hey, if the rules are open to it, I'm all for. So I'm not downing anybody, and I know people's gonna be like, I know you're talking about. So I'll go ahead and say it. Yes, there was a lot of talk about Ricky Locklear Jr., Little Ricky, going on about it. I do not blame Little Ricky for running 2 classes. I do not. I do not at all. If it is within the rules, do it all you want. And you are fast enough, and he was plenty fast enough to go do it. So congratulations to him. He won more races and and ran more laps and everything else. So congratulations to him. So I'm not downing him. I just personally think that there needs to be just big enough difference in classes, because I don't think right now what is considered even a Charger car to a late model stock, to some extent now, obviously, is going to. There's just not enough difference right now. There was a shock rule, and obviously it was buying shocks because Connor was one of the first people who got his shocks bought off of in years.
Ride height rules taken away.
Ride heights.
All that. You know, what you mean?
Spring rubbers, stuff like that.
Rules change, obviously, but I don't know. They're really seeing a lot more people jump back and forth.
Yeah.
I feel like it should.
Yeah. Well, there was another car over at Florence this year. One car I saw, it ran Charger one time. It ran late model stock. Then at the 400, it ran the limited late model race.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm with you, Pete. Add 100 pounds. Yep. If you run, that could work, but that 100 pound needs to be on the right side. I don't know. It's a that's something up to the tracks, in my opinion. I can understand why you don't want to make, limit the drivers from running 2 classes, because then you got a better car counting.
Yeah,
more classes.
That's usually what the deal is. Just get them out there.
Exactly, and I can 100% understand that. But at the same time, does it look good that not that it is good, not left up to me to judge. I'm just saying, does it look good for the same car to go out and win 2 races? I don't know. So, with that being said, our one of our contenders around here, and one of our good friends has been on the show here a few times now, I think. Cody Kelly went up there and won the what was that race called? The Battle of the Champions, I think it is. Or
is that race?
Yeah, that's the one he won.
Cool.
$10,000 race.
I know, that's a pretty good purse, I heard.
Yeah. Running AK Performance, number 16.
Cool deal.
So congratulations to Cody for sure. But he went up there and led flag to flag.
Really?
Yep.
Cool.
Dominated.
Good stuff. And this is like a cool track. Do want to make a visit to one time.
I do too. I really do. But man, Cody is one that I don't know. He's run late models more probably this year than he has. Because he ran the truck mostly. Think he won the championship again in the truck this year.
So, yeah.
I think so. At Florence Motor Speedway. Then I think about every time he's jumped in the late model this year, he sat on pole. You got a critter?
Yeah, it was a big one.
Was it?
Yeah. Long legs.
Granddaddy long leg. Just a granddaddy long leg. But he sat on pole at the Cars Tour race at Florence. He gets around there super good. But he drove a different car as like every time he raced.
Oh, yeah.
Every time he ran late model anyway, got in his Uncle Bobby June's car there, I think, and won a couple times.
Oh, several times, yeah.
Yeah. So he likes that truck, but man, I think he just needs. Now we got Alexa talking to us. It is a weird night here in the shop. I'm just telling you. So he is no slouch when it comes to a late model at all. But congratulations, Cody. He well deserving, super nice guy, good driver, good driver for sure. He's won. Him and his brother both. Him and Casey both. They can go out and race hard. Most of the time, 99.9% of the time, they're going to bring a car back in clean. Yeah. They'll race hard, but, I mean, it's super clean drivers and just good guys from what I've been around.
For sure.
So, all right. Also, everybody want to thank our good friend Tanya McAllister over at MPM Marketing. She was out of PRI. I still went out of PRI. That's all she went. Everybody but us, Connor. MPM Marketing, guys. If you are, especially if you're new to the game, trying to get going in racing, and really want to move up in the sport, you got to have a good marketing group behind you. So head over to www.marketwithmpm.com. Talk to our friend Tanya over there, and she can definitely hook you up, get you in front of the faces you need to be in front of. Talk with those everybody about the all the sponsorships you can possibly take, because that's the name of the game. We got to have money to run these cars. So head over to MPM Marketing and get with her for your. That's your best bet to do. So head over and talk with Tanya, and she'll get you on the right path in this racing game. Also, RevMax Racing Apparel. RevMax Racing Apparel, guys, has some of the best looks for you. If you're either in karting, you can get a kart suit. This when you don't have to have that SFI rating that we have to have in the keeps it a little cheaper. Yeah. But also us guys in the full size cars, we have to have SFI rated suits, and they can do those also, which is what I have. Super good looking suits. I mean, just custom tailored to fit you perfectly. And everything that you would need in a suit, and just some of the best looking stuff out there. So head over to RevMax Racing Apparel, and they can hook you up for sure. Also, Fresh Chef, guys, head over to Fresh Chef. If you are up in the Race City area of North Carolina, head over to Fresh Chef, and man, just try some of the best food you'll ever find around. It's good stuff. I love their shrimp and grits. Their shrimp and grits is on time. They also got a steak there, a ribeye. It's just, man, it's so good. Everything I've eaten from there has been amazing. So head over to Fresh Chef if you're up there in the area, and check out what all they got today, and get you some good food. Also, guys, Dixie Made right here in Florence, South Carolina, right beside the flea market. It's getting pretty daggone close to Christmas time. So if you are looking for the good Southern apparel, as I like to call it, and when I say that, it's Southern fried cotton, Drake, Axis waterfowl, just so many brands. I'm trying to think of some of the others, but Simply Southern that the ladies like. Y'all head over to Dixie Made. Check them out on Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. Look at all they got. Shirts, shorts, sunglasses, hats, coolers, stickers, all the cool stuff. Purses, ladies. They got plenty of purses. So y'all head over there, check them out, and buy your loved one something for Christmas coming up here. So y'all go check out Dixie Made right here beside the Florence Flea Market. Anyway, other than that, wasn't too much racing.
Nope.
That was pretty much about the only racing went on this past weekend. So once again, congratulations, Cody Kelly.
Oh yeah.
This weekend we got Gateway, the Dome, coming up, which is always an exciting
like a
spectacle.
Dirt Bowman Gray.
Yes,
Kind of.
yes,
What I've seen.
but smaller. But smaller. Yes, it is a spectacle. We will say that. Not always the cleanest race, but it's a fun race to watch.
Oh yeah.
It's something else, and it's I love watching it. I really do.
Oh, yeah.
It's just so we that's gonna be a fun race to watch. I'm ready to see Tyler Carpenter. Always good there. Always puts on a show. There's no telling who else. It's always they. I think the guys go in it. I think thinking about it like a WWE event. I really do, because I remember Tyler Carpenter and who was it? Gordy Gundaker, I think it was last year 4. I can't remember. They had a bet just on who was going to outrun who, and they just smack talked each other all week. After the race, they were cool. I mean, went up, and Tyler won the bet. Gordy paid up. It went to a charity.
Yeah.
So it was really cool.
Stuff.
Just all kind of stuff like that. So I'm ready to see who kind of. There's always drama in it. And that's always fun to see. And it's I think it's like Bowman Gray, like you said, because it's like somebody get in somebody and you watch it and just. You can see they had the wheel just turn as hard as it could to the left and just could not stay off of them because there's not enough room to stay off of them. But then the person they hit gets mad because they hit them, and it's hilarious. So I'm ready to watch it. Ready to see who the big story is coming out, because there's always some big story, whether it's the winner or like Charlie Medford last year who flipped the car and stands on top of it and
The crowd.
it just went crazy. I'm ready to see it. That's another one. That's kind of I hope it keeps on going. That's a race I want to get out to one year and go watch and go hang out with the guys out there. Everybody says they have a blast out there doing it. Also we got what's the big indoor race?
Tulsa Shootout.
Yeah, Tulsa Shootout. The Chili Bowl coming up. That's it. I don't know why I couldn't think of it. That's coming up here. That's right after Christmas. Yeah. So we'll get that. Also, like Mr. Douglas says here, who's going to the Bash in a couple weeks. Bash coming up, New Year's Bash at Dillon Motor Speedway. We will be there.
Yep.
I'm at least going to be driving the Legend car.
Gonna make both days, you think?
That's the plan.
Tentative plan?
That's the tentative plan. I told myself, I think we need to park outside, though. Can I park outside the track?
I think they'd probably make you anyway.
That's fine. I'm okay with that. I mean, I hate to say that, but I'm okay with that just because I have to work on Monday. So sometimes that gets to be a wild and crazy night.
You can almost count on it.
Yeah. There's been
At
years.
least last year, I felt like it did start earlier. So even though it was a rough race, it was still only 8:00 or so when it wrapped up, I believe.
Yeah. No racing starts at 2 this year, so if they can run through it, might get going quick. Who knows? Who knows? It does have a reputation. As a race that the reputation precedes it. I'm ready to see it though. It looked like where it's been going up since, because I think this race started like 2000 something, but I can't remember. But the race has gone up for the year each year. Well, it shows on schedule that's just a 100-lap race, back to 100 laps this year.
What was it last year? It was
122,
Really?
23, 123.
They probably about need to back it down a little bit.
Yeah, it was getting on up there. I'm pretty sure that's what it was, because that's what they keep on we're doing for a while there. There was some questions came up on the schedule about the legend cars, because they went ahead and scheduled in a main and B main, because there was tons of legend cars there last year. And they but they scheduled the B main after the A main.
I mean, I don't know. That's kind of what the way it was last year. The B main was a pretty big off pace from what some of the A main were. So I don't think that.
Yeah, I think some guys just wanted a chance.
Yeah, it's good. It was better to give them. It was. I mean, there's so many cars. There's bound to be a pretty big spread at some point. So I think
is.
It was good.
There definitely is.
To get the back 10 or 12 in a race by themselves.
Yeah. I don't disagree with that at all. I think some guys just, if something happened to you because I can't remember, we're going off qualifying. I think it is. If something happened in qualifying, they just want a chance to maybe the winner transfer from the B to the A, which is kind of how it always is in any other race. Typically, that's why you have a B main, is to transfer somebody.
Yeah.
But here's what it is. Don't call it a B main if you want to call it. Just call it a non-qualifier race. Yeah. Then nobody says, I didn't qualify. Yeah. So, anyway. Oh, well. What else we got there, Connor?
Not a whole lot. Dale Jr. retweeted my stuff this week.
We got to talk about that. I don't know how I let that pass up. All right. If y'all haven't went out and looked yet, go on YouTube and look up Pee Dee Racing Classics, because that is Connor's channel.
Yep.
So first of all, before you even get to the Dale Jr. retweet, just because I know we've talked about it a little bit on here, but anybody's new to listening, tell them a little bit about the channel real quick, Connor.
Just a bunch of old late 80s to early 90s into a little bit 2000s. Old VHS tapes of races like all night long. Every feature, everybody's in it, so it's good. We found them.
And these were all from mostly
Florence and Dillon. I mean, Florence and
Myrtle
Beach. Yeah. I think I might have some Somerville races on the way though, so that'd be pretty cool. But so it's basically what you would watch on Flow Racing now, but back then. And we found that we bought a load of device to digitize it and get it online. So I started putting them on YouTube and I have fun with it, just watching the races back and get to kind of relive some of the past.
Before you were born.
Yeah. Everything.
And what's so funny is there's been a couple races on there already. It's like, I think I remember being at this race.
I get people comment all the time, that it feels weird to watch the video what it looks like now. You were there. You were in person at that race, and seeing it on YouTube now as a classic race, I guess.
Yeah, that's crazy. So anyway, I knew about this from time Connor was starting this. He said, I got the race on here that was Dale Jr.'s first win at Florence Motor Speedway. I was like, dude, you need to put it out. He's like, I'm gonna hold it. Which good move still. Good move.
I think so. I think it kind of caught at a time when there wasn't much racing going on, and it just somehow we saw it. But
I got you.
But yeah, I knew that was. I didn't expect for it to be this. I was hoping he would like it or something.
What's your views at now? I mean,
it was all over 5,000 on that video.
Was it
earlier today? But yeah.
That's sweet, especially for a new channel coming out. I know some people's like, I got 1 million views. Where the racing community is still a very niche community.
Oh, yeah. Especially for a random, a 1996 race at Farnsburg Speedway to have that many views is pretty cool. Just the whole thing, but yeah.
But so Dale Jr.
somehow
saw it before. I mean, because
it was still
Connor. Let me tell you all about Connor. Connor might be this young guy here. Getting him on social media is fun. He didn't even have a Twitter account. So that's why I was like, well, when you put them out, I'll share them at least on our Facebook page when I see it, make sure. Because he won't tell me, hey, I put a new video up. Because if he would, I'd okay, cool, here. Or I'd just give him access to the account and he could put it up. But you have a racing page on Facebook, but you don't even have a personal face on a personal Facebook page.
No, I'll do Instagram. That's about it.
Yeah, so he does Instagram. So anyway, how'd you find out that Dale Jr. decided to retweet your video?
One of my dad's friends actually sent it to him, asking him, had you seen this? And he's like, yeah, my son actually put that video out. And so Dad told me about it, and I was like. So I just Googled, Dale Jr. Twitter, and sure enough, there it was. So that was surreal. It was really cool. And he tweeted out, 3 separate tweets about it, which was even better.
So he still got the car and the setup sheet.
Yeah, which is cool. I mean, so he obviously, did more than just see it. He kind of.
Oh, yeah, he watched that.
And it's like Dad said, he didn't think that, whenever they show pictures of or videos of him in the old late model racing, you always see that clip of him rolling into victory lane at the beach that racing one day. And he even tweeted, he didn't even know footage of it existed. I'm not saying we're the only people that own it, but it is. I've never seen footage of that race anywhere else either.
Well, he said he didn't know it existed. Yeah, like you said. So
I think that was another big draw of it. Just hey, that was kind of a lucky find. It happened to be one of them we popped in the other day and was watching. So it was just a cool deal. I was glad he saw it.
That's good. Then I got lucky, but before Connor got his Twitter, because now Connor has a Twitter or an X account, whatever it's called. I don't even know. X is weird to me. So before that, I jumped on there and made a comment real quick, and just put on there that everybody go subscribe to Pee Dee Racing Classics, and I put that's Connor Lee, our co-host. That's his page. Y'all please go subscribe to it, and I just put thank you Dale Jr. for sharing, and he even liked that. So he knows whose page it is.
Yeah,
Dale's been pretty cool with us.
Yeah.
I want to get him on here.
Yeah,
we need to get him on here to talk about it. Maybe I can work on that.
Maybe one of these days. I kind of plan to do this 400 weekend, but I got busy, but I was gonna make a little, flash drive of some of his old races and kind of give it to him. I think that would really pique his interest rather than throwing a diecast in his face, print a sign or something. So maybe we could slip in that way. But yeah, it was a cool deal. And now that it's tripled the channel growth like that.
Can you bleed some over to the Chicken Bone Alley page on our YouTube? We need to grow our YouTube too. So check out Chicken Bone Alley on YouTube.
Chicken Bone Alley production.
That is not. That is a Connor Lee production. So cool. Well, I'm happy for you on that. That's pretty cool. That's it's bumped your subscribers up and your views way up, and like I told you, so maybe make $2 off of it. Who knows?
Only need 400 more subscribers.
I know, that's what stinks. It's like you put a video out there like that, it gets tons of views.
Oh yeah,
just put it out there when the page is new and are still new, basically.
Yeah. You look at the analytics and it's like 92% are unsubscribed of the views.
Exactly. Exactly. It's like, just hit the subscribe button, please.
It's whatever though. I didn't anticipate to make money,
No, but if you go work to do something, and I mean you put in work to do all that, it's I guess nice to get monetized for that.
Well, so. I mean, and also the channel is a whole month old, so it's not like
you're doing pretty good. Yeah. You're doing pretty good. That's cool. That's very cool. Good deal. All right, guys. What else we got? Connor?
Not a whole lot. Yeah, it's kind of the rough time of year. No racing. No racing to
Be back before you know it.
Yeah, oh yeah. It comes back quicker now than ever.
Ain't that so? Ain't that the case? Well, cool. Well, like I said, we'll be back next week, and that'll be our last week for the year.
Yep.
Then we'll be back for 2024 after the New Year's Bash. So come back next week, everybody. Yep. So we'll be here. Maybe we'll have a better working computer. Who knows? I don't know. This is a great computer, but something is not worth jiving with it tonight. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, one more time, let me thank all our affiliates on here. We can't do it without them. Earl Ramey Racing Engines, Profab Headers and Exhausts, SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, Dixie Made, Fresh F, MPM, and Rev Max Racing Apparel. Guys, go check all them out. But we appreciate y'all hanging out with us, and I reckon we will be back next week.
Have a good one.